All right, big shout out to the Donster. Don Artie coming in, letting us know exactly which games we need to be watching. We've got Don Artie on the Zhuji's Legacy versus Probity Wins on the Mongols. Is that meant to be property? Are they probity? Or is that a really bad spelling of probably? These are the options in my brain right now, but they're going to be playing on the Mongols. We are, of course, on Golden Pit, and oh my god, that's a lot of gold. That might be the most gold I've seen in a while. 8K times 8. 64,000 gold in the center. No, wait. 64,000 gold times by infinite, because relics are forever. Should be a fun one. Boys, gals, non-binary pals, we are checking in on some tippity-top folks on the ladders. We've got Don Artie. I think we know that this is going to be a high-ranked account. Where's Don Artie sitting right now? 49th on the ladder. Respectable. I'm going to leave Pravity's rank undisclosed. Because I actually think this is interesting, guys. That maybe this is an interesting approach we should try and take in the future. We know Don, we know he's high-ranked. We want to see what Pravity's going to do to try and read what rank he is. Rack's opening already on a map like Golden Pit, not a bad approach here, right? Typically, the gold... I very rarely see the gold being super safe. There's always kind of an access point because of the way the tree lines spawn. And actually, in this game, it might be super effective against Don, considering the forward gold. I also think playing aggressive is a pretty cool idea here for the Mongols, considering that the Zhujis are going to get the Meditation Garden drop, and you will have Spearmen in position with an outpost to have that multi-layered effect of blocking resources out and then also disrupting the garden. Looking at the map right now, I'm looking for that Meditation Garden placement, where it's going to go. I could see him dropping it here for stone, berries, and a lot of wood. But the problem with that, guys, is we're thinking like a standard Zhuji Legacy player. Don is not a standard Zhuji Legacy player. Extra TCs? Maybe. But anything that sounds like it's going to be late game, he's probably just going to want a fast game. Instead, it's going to clip the gold, clip the 6 berries, a fat line of wood here. So not a bad one. I don't think there was really anything much better in the area for him. Like, there's no 8 stack of berries. I'm pretty sure this map just doesn't spawn 8 berries. It's all 6 ones, right? So there wasn't that edge there where we've got lots more food elsewhere. He just gets it safe there. He gets the stone as well. So, yeah. Reasonable civ, guys. What? Like, at least when they have to come halfway out on the map, I can be like, oh, well, that's a very risky meditation garden. He's literally right next to the TC, and he's going to get 48 food from this, 30 gold, 30 stone. That's already 108. And then he's getting about probably 30 from wood, maybe 25. Whatever. It's been not even 10 minutes into a Zhuji game, and I've started ranting about Meditation Garden. I think the whole world is balanced once more. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, coward for not putting it in the center. I mean, come on, Don. You could have got 120 gold a minute. You didn't see the berries? Oh, it's just that it said it was going to give you food. You're like, oh, okay, sounds good. Yeah, no, the berries, like so the 6 stacks are worth 48 food. The 8 stack berries are worth 64. And that outpost attempt was a little bit brazen even for the Mongols. He literally walked under the TC. He's now going to go for it to block out the gold. But screw you, says Don. I am play China. I am have free gold. He's even going to gather a little bit of gold here before he gets blocked out. I actually love this play. 8 villagers gathering the gold. This is probably to set up for Imperial officials if he needs it. And also, you know, he could try to wide wrap on the gold. So I'm hoping that Probity Wins' plan is to go left here to try and block out the wood and the gold. Because if he drops an outpost like here, it'll be able to shoot him because of the vision this first outpost is going to give. Don, he wants fast castle. This is going to be the monk build, isn't it? Villager, oh! Chases him away. Instead, it's not going to be the fast castle. So actually, Don hanging around is going to get the Jiangnan. What the hell is that Jiangnan placement? And the villager, it looks like they are going to get chased down here. Maybe this is going to be tight. The commitment. I love how they just walk between the spears. Like, what up? What am I witnessing, Don? I'm witnessing glory. The villagers are now pulled for this Yang now. The outpost is not going to go up. Now, what's crazy about this is if Don immediately drops an archery range, which he can with 363 wood, there's going to be a Chuge Nu here, and then there's never an outpost going up. There we go. What a very balanced opening for this Civ. Oh, an 80 resource tax rebate. Don't mind if I do. Villager is going to go down. So does end up losing 3 villagers for this play, by the way. But he does have his gold. And also, funnily enough, because he has the meditation garden, kind of already makes up the losses in villages. Oh my god, it's even better than I thought. He gets 40 wood from this. I actually think it's 42. Another villager goes down. But Don says, it doesn't matter. Guys, we're replacing the villagers with free resources. All this is, like, guys, what you don't realize about Meditation Garden is simply a metaphor for OpenAI. We don't need standard workers anymore. We can get the machine to do it. All right, conspiracy hat off. That is a lot of resources, though. Good God, it's even better. So he's getting 108, and then you're adding, probably, let's say 42. So he's getting 150 resources a minute from this meditation garden, which actually makes up for all the villager losses. And now he gets to be aggressive because Pravati has caught up, has gone into feudal, but they're now looking to transition to stables. Don's already there. Horseman being pumped out. Horseman plus the Chuge Nu. Pretty good play here. Horseman is, if you can actually justify it in your game, Horseman is the best unit to go for with the Zhujis in feudal. And the reason is that every time you build a stable, you get 120 resource rebate. If you build a Rax or an archery range, you only get an 80 resource rebate. So it's a super effective play there. I love that he's setting up the villagers here. So just extra body block points, also garrison points if things get dicey. And oh yeah, Don seems to agree. The stables are good. He has it 3 more. Did someone say My Little Pony fan? More like Pravati is about to get My Little Pwned. This is tough, man. Like, the reality of what he's going to try to do is to build Keshiks, but against this many horsemen, you get swarmed. And this is a pretty cool counter to the double production of the Mongols because you just have better scalability, right? Because what you're doing every time you drop a stable is you're doubling the production. Don already going to find the deer. Deer stone is nearby, so should be able to shuffle off fairly quickly. Luckily that he did go for the deer stone there instead of the silver tree. In fairness, if you're building silver tree on golden pit, you need to seek help. It does allow him to get away with not even having a wheelbarrow here, so does lose a few villagers for it, and all of a sudden 3 dying in total for Pravati now, because I think he also had the very heavily injured villager out there. Artley's going to be punished, but the horsemen get to thrive. That's all that matters right now for Don, because remember, if he's got the horseman, he's able to dictate where he fights. These Keshik cannot, unless they've got the Yam movement speed. Oh, and when we look at that, Don is playing the passive productions challenge. Well, no, Don. Okay, he's upgrading. Don literally is not using any food for this. Wait a second. Wait. He literally is only supervising the lumber camp, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he has 1 Imperial official, folks. Because the crazy part about Don's build is he doesn't need more taxmen. All he needs is wood, damn it. So that is immediately just going to be good old 9 spearmen out of nowhere. The Jiangnan Tower is so confused right now. It's like, wait, another one? Wait, you done yet? No, guys. Now it's the stables. Now it's the racks. Don. How to put this? You're not playing as the Abbasids. You don't need this many buildings. He really doesn't want to spend 150 resources on an IO. He's going to need a new lumber camp, so Jesus Christ, I can't believe what he's doing here. Don, you're also doing this without wheelbarrow. It's hurting, please. There we go. He makes up for it, makes a new lumber cab. And the army is rolling out, baby. 20 versus 10. And he has the counters. Would be nice if he had Chuginu as well, but I'm sure the moment he sees spears, it'll be more archery ranges. But for the time being, guys, 120 resource tax rebate. Say it with me. Oh, this is just so stupid. The reason why it's so good, by the way, is not only is it 120 resource tax rebate, which means you're only spending 30 resources, which, by the way, you're not splitting between 2 resource types, so makes the IO more efficient. It's the fact that usually it takes 23 seconds. Not out of this, it doesn't. This Yang then pumps units out 3 times quicker. And now he's zerging. Don going in after the outpost here. Horseman and Spearman. Easily going to burn through this. And the villagers, I mean, if you pinch them, Yam doesn't matter. You can only use movement speed if you can move. And villagers, they move straight into the horseman. Spearman push the Keshik away. Villager losses increasing for Privateers. Another one is going to bite the dust. And the dive continues. He's not done there. He says, let me at him. He's scrappy doing it. Spearman did yoink 1 or 2 Keshik, so a worthwhile exchange already for Don. 21 military versus 9. At what point does this look like bullying? Let me explain that statement. You know how I said Don is ranked top 50? Did you guys figure out what Pravity's like elo rating is? Because it's kind of hard to tell. Like, he hasn't necessarily done anything purely wrong. He's just being caught out by a stupid build. Pravity is about 1400 elo. They are ranked Diamond 2. They are ranked about like 1200 on the leaderboards. Pravity queued up. He saw, oh boy, it's Don Artie. This will be a fun one. This was not a fun one for him. It was fun for Don. But this is just brutal, man. He's adding in more archery ranges, right? Oh no, he's actually actively producing Chuginu. I did not see that one coming. Then again, I mean, he's got tax to drop off, right? So yeah, that makes sense, in fairness. We're now 31 versus 18 military. Keep in mind, also, Don did add in a blacksmith, so we should start seeing, like, Undermesh soon would be a big one. Also, actually, Bloomery is huge here because of Spearman. Like, it's Spearman plus Horseman, so everything gets its damage buffed. And that is something that Pravity has beaten him on. You can actually see he's gotten the melee upgrade. He's even got the Undermesh because he was worried about the Chuginu. Spread out on the Horseman here, just trying to dodge the spears as best they can, so it's spear and spear action. And it's just a swarm effect here, Don. Oh no, Pravity, he went in for the archers. There's still just so many horsemen. Luckily for him, Don Artie is on an A-click fiesta right now. He's attacking spears with horses, not the best of exchanges. Don does take heavy losses. It's going to have to back away. But folks, the stone has been passively building up. Don can actually afford to now build a TC. In a game where the army value is pretty comparative, Don has very casually, just because of that meditation garden, now got what it takes to build into a TC. He didn't want a TC, by the way. It's literally just the stone has passively been coming in for several minutes now. It looks like we are getting Undermesh researched. Interestingly enough, after Don Artie is at a point where he doesn't have a big enough army to dive, he's now going for Undermesh. Now, some people were saying, stupid Civ, this needs a big nerf. I disagree. Okay, eventually Don Artie is going to run out of map to build buildings on. He can't Sim City forever. Anyone who's played SimCity or City Skylines knows you run out of space eventually. Okay, that's not actually fair. Yeah, I was about to say, that's not entirely true. He could just delete them. Why did you have to ruin it, Core? Now Zhuji's is going to get nerfed. Core. Honestly, I don't know why. Well, actually, I know why. You have to hold the delete key for several seconds. Realistically, Don could have just kept deleting the same 5 buildings and building them again. Oh, no, Horsemen. They get the wraparound. All of a sudden, Pravity throws away half his army. And now it's back to home. However, next time you fight at home, Don now has the Undermesh, so he's going to dive. And there's the second TC. A second TC which is also going to give him a villager at the Jiangnan Tower. But not just the second TC, folks. More buildings! And Pravati, he was saving up resources. I think now he has to admit, going Castle Age might be a bad idea. The army is coming. Don, why? Why did you do this? Sultan's Ascend is a totally balanced expansion, and there's nothing exploitative that you can take advantage of at all. Total balance, perfect. On to the next wood line. I'm not gonna lie, Don. You need to try this strategy on, like, I don't know, like forest nothing. No, you wouldn't have a space, right? But Black Forest, maybe. I think you just want something like Hideout. Yeah, Hideout would be perfect for this strategy. Dive in now. Attack speed arrow coming out, but it just kind of doesn't matter. Chugin, you need to back away from this. The spearman numbers are low. Don getting a bit greedy here. And looks like he'll now start to lose a lot of Chugin Nu for this. Horseman even body blocking themselves up against those ranged repeater bros. Don behind this. Like, I mean, he's adding in more Raxes. I think he may need it more quicker than this. Don. You know what? I'm actually disappointed in Dom. He built Chugin Nu out of the archery ranges. If he didn't, this genuinely would have a very easy thumbnail and titling. It would be the no units built build. I mean, technically they were built, but they weren't built by him. Don. I think he's starting to lose a bit here, right? Like, Pravati actually could just go Castle Age now. He has a sizable army. He has the counters to each unit. Don, I mean, he can build quickly, folks. Although, is he building optimally? He's got 4 on each of these instead of 1 on each. I don't know about it. Like, Don... The weird part is, like, he failed to get his blacksmith upgrades, and he was still taking decent fights. So, like, I don't want to write him off here. Weirdly enough. You know what the sad part here for Pravati is? If he could get, like, enough spearmen together, he could get paid so much from burning down all these buildings. All right, there you go, guys. You know how, like, we use, like, Zhuji Chinese strongest in late game? Not here. Hear me out. Mongols get late game. They get bounty upgrade. They burn everything. Don retracting his base further. He's back up to the same amount of military. Pravati. Is he going to go for it? The food is getting close. I think he's finally going for Castle Age. And there we go. He agrees. He wants to get paid. He's like, I'm not getting paid to appear in this video, so I might as well get paid in the game. 1 racks down. Some more to go. Spin baiting out the fight. Chugin Nu. In choke points, Chugin Nu are pretty scary, folks. Brace comes in from the spears. Keshiks are going to go for the dive. The horsemen peel off to go elsewhere. As it looks like Don is content to just allow his building forces to hold. 36 versus 32 military. Chugin Nu now able to start targeting onto those archers. Spearmen come out again for another engagement with the Keshiks. Second wave coming in for Pravati. Meanwhile, those horsemen, they are going on a wide arc here. They know there's going to be villagers out in dangerous locations for Pravati. Oh my god, he's actually holding it again. Oh, the archers are just dead. And the spearmen will be good enough to hold this now. Pravati, once again, pushed away by passive production. You know, everyone talks about Ottomans and how OP passive production is. And I wasn't convinced until I saw Jiangnan Tower passive production, and now I may be convinced. Now, in fairness, Don is starting to add in a few actively produced units here. I couldn't imagine why. Is it because you're running out of space? Awesome raid. It's going to start to reach around and find a few villages here. Don now has a 13 eco lead, by the way, which is really important because he needs all 13 of those villages to build more buildings. And Pravity making a very bold claim for the center here with the step readout. Huh. Maybe this works. I mean, that's going to be a lot of gold. And in fairness, like, it's putting his economy closer to where it should be, which is closer to the front. And the reason that's important is because Pravity needs to be pushing, right? Pravity's army is kind of weak right now, though. Like, you know, if you upgrade these archers, you're going to need the Undermesh level 2 as well to really justify it. Otherwise, the Shugenu can still trade well. Also, your upgrades on a massive horseman, you have 4 spearmen in total. You know what you really need? You need a Jeanne D'Arc. That would help. Jesus Christ, he's still going. It's like, guys, if I build the stables down the side, he doesn't know I'm building more horsemen. Ah, the big brains of Donster. Donald, we need to talk. I'm of 2 minds on whether I release this video. Ah, whatever, do it. Send him. You thought Limitane were ridiculous. Have you seen the Jiangnan Tower build? Our spears ride horses. Horsemen wrapping in. Archer's going to be exposed here. No gold for Pravity. Oh, no, 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 no. He doesn't have the upgrade. His army is essentially a feudal one. Oh, my God. Pravity, I think he just lost the game. Donald, how the hell have you got away with this? Shugenu mass is too big. The horseman count is simply too high. This spearman wave afterwards. This is done. Pravity, he's got no one gathering gold here. He's got no upgrades, no army to upgrade anymore. I have seen some disgusting things in my time. I've even recently been in the just chatting section of Twitch, but nothing as outrageous as what I've seen here. Donati with the Sim City no unit build.